Hi there, everyone. Thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at noon. I'm Brandon T. Jones, and we want to start by getting right on outdoors to the Weather Center with meteorologist Thomas Patrick. He's out there right now enjoying this cool fall weather. Thomas, what does it feel like out there, and what do we need to know about the rest of the day, the rest of the week?
It's cool, but pleasant for October, Brandon. I'll tell you, in the sun, great. In the shade, a little bit cool outside. In fact, the temperatures that you see here, these are the currents, but these are the shaded temperatures, because that is how we calculate temperature just officially and overall is actually in the shade. So 47 in the shade definitely feels a lot warmer than that in the direct sunlight, let me tell you. So honestly, not bad if you are seeking out some sunshine today. High temperatures, upper 50s in the shade, but probably a little bit better in the sunshine out there. And there is obviously a ton of it. In fact, I'm just kind of scanning around me if I don't get too blinded. I don't see any clouds. It is perfectly clear, 360 degrees around me here. It looks like the nearest cloud cover is up towards northwestern Washington, Bellingham. Yeah, not a problem at all. Enjoy the beautiful fall colors. Looks like we are just about at peak, probably one day away technically, but it's definitely this week that we are going to get the best fall colors overall. And that is a result of the longer nights and colder nights that we've seen. Coming up, more cold nights, and I will detail just how low those low temperatures continue to be, even though the sunshine is offsetting that quite nicely.
All right, Thomas, we'll check back in here with you pretty soon, and it's that time of the year. Ballots for the Spokane County November election go out today. This year, election officials say don't wait to send them back. Spokane County Auditor Vicki Dalton says there's a chance of potential delays and rejected ballots because of recent changes to USPS. New USPS standards include a shift to once daily mail pickups instead of twice. Different processing times for mail like packages and letters and lower transportation costs. Dalton wants mail-in voters to send in their ballots the week before the November 4th election day. She says while the USPS changes are more cost effective, it creates challenges for Spokane County and its voters.
That does cause some difficulty for our voters in making sure our voters can get their ballots back on time. We just have to adjust how we operate, and more importantly, we have to make sure that voters understand.
Dalton says if you don't think you can get your ballot in on time, drop it off at an official drop box. You have until 8 p.m. on election night to do so. Early voting is now open for select counties in Idaho, including Clearwater, Idaho, and Nez Perce. Early voting for other counties begin next week on October 20th. Visit the link at the bottom of your screen right there to find your county's voting schedule. And Spokane NAACP is giving the community a chance to meet directly with all the Spokane City Council candidates today. 2 candidates from Districts 1, 2, and 3 will be at the forum, including Jonathan Bingle and Christopher Savage. The point is to educate and inform voters about the candidates' goals, aspirations, and visions for the council. If you would like to join, they will meet from 6 to 8 at the Spokane Central Library. And the city of Spokane may be eliminating dozens of positions. They're working to balance their $13 million budget deficit, and Mayor Lisa Brown sent an email to city staff earlier this week saying the budget shortfall, along with a sharp rise in healthcare premiums, could mean eliminating 30 to 50 positions. The administration says right now about 1/3 of those positions are vacant and will be removed without being filled. That still leaves many employees who will be impacted. Yesterday, city spokesperson Aaron Hunt shared a statement in part saying these decisions are never easy and we recognize the impact they have on employees, their families, and the general public. The administration and council are continuing to review all possible options as they prepare to pass the mid-biennium budget modification. Well, here's a lot. Well, we were going to take a live look here, but today, that government shutdown, it has continued to extend. And in the nation's capital, where lawmakers failed to pass a funding bill for the 8th time, that means today officially marks 15 days of the government shutdown. And
a resolution needs to be made This is an important day for many federal workers caught up in the government shutdown. It's payday for U.S. service members. President Donald Trump says they are getting checks due to a reallocation of funds. The White House says the money is from the Pentagon's research and development budget. In Congress, a standalone measure to pay troops is getting growing bipartisan support, but so far it's been unsuccessful.
That mental burden on a military family is not something that they should be carrying when their service members are still going to work every single day.
Also today, 2 unions are trying to stop the layoffs of federal workers who've lost their jobs during the shutdown. They're asking a judge in San Francisco for an emergency injunction.
I think that this is absolutely un-American to have such actions taken against very patriotic employees.
The Trump administration says in a court filing about 4,100 employees are affected. About a quarter of them are with the Department of Health and Human Services.
The government has grown too big.
Other federal workers deemed essential continue to work without pay. Yesterday's checks for air traffic controllers contain only what they earned before the government closed.
Their focus is now on, when I get off my shift today, do I have to go and drive Uber tonight?
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Well, happening this afternoon, the West Plains Chamber of Commerce is partnering with First Interstate Bank to host a community food drive supporting families at Fairchild Air Force Base. The organization says the food drive supports military families as many face a future without a paycheck if the shutdown continues. The drive is today from 3 this afternoon to 6 tonight at the First Interstate Bank branch in Airway Heights. People are invited to donate non-perishable food items. All food will be donated to the Fairchild Food Pantry on the base. And the shutdown is also affecting our local lawmakers. Eastern Washington Representative Michael Baumgartner was supposed to host a tour of the U.S. Capitol for fans planning to attend the WSU game in Virginia. It was originally scheduled for tomorrow, but now is postponed. Baumgartner says he is still happy to host fans at his D.C. office.